All right, let's get started. We're starting at 1,627 MMR. Briar, good to see you. Snake stream. Usually I have D&D on Mondays, which is why there's almost never a Monday stream for us, but one of my friends has to get up early, so we can't play tonight, and so I'm playing this. Felt like grinding some Yu-Gi-Oh! Striker, okay, bad start. Draw 2 cards. We probably want to hit the actual cards, I think. Maybe a draw 2 is worth stopping. Hello, good to see you. Corn mazed. Yeah, it's not great. Bad hand into my least favorite deck. Good start to the night. You'll love to see it. Probably Ash 0. Yeah, I think so. That's a cool foil. Hello, Zero. I kind of like Bell here just because it preserves the Ash for the tag out. Talent, never mind. We actually just auto lose. They always just have it all. Did they send back my engraver? That's very funny. That's actually hilarious. There have been worse things to happen. Yeah, they must have. I'm sure we're dead, but what am I supposed to do? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's a rough start. I have a playmat of this guy. It's ugly AF. They can this thing tribute to Link Summon? If I Fua here, they just won't summon, right? I guess that keeps me alive, maybe, so we'll go for it. I think the play was to play a better deck, I don't know. Maybe. Ash there is really big, I feel like, but we're probably dead anyway. What could I even draw? I'm on 9k life. I'm sure one Lemnis Gate's just lethal, isn't it? Maybe Droplet would have been correct. Probably not. Looks at the hand that is the most unplayable dog ever devised. Not the worst thing ever. Why would we do that when we're on the best deck? Yeah, I agree. With the sole exception of Ice Barrier, of course, of course. We actually lived, and we have a crazy card in hand. If we hit another starter, we might actually be able to do something here. We hit another starter. Today I'm learning Super Quant. Interesting. We don't have a Ray Engrave. Do they have a way? How does this card work? Okay. Well, clearly you've never played Clown Clan. Let's start with the Snake Rain. Blitz click on Nexus. Pretty fun. Good. Let's get an Aramasa to grave, and I think this is fine. Blitz has been boggling my mind. For some reason, I just can't get it. It's been a while since I've had to learn a deck, but sometimes they're just tough. Blitz has like... Oh, Blazing Demon has like 4 decks I want to get. Blitz click Ogdoadic soon. What, Clown Clan's bad, right? It's not a good deck. Why does my stuff keep moving? They're giving me false hope. They're just going to use all their dumb garbage on me. You take 8, summon you. Nice, we get the chain block as well. A deck that draws 7 can only be so bad. I mean, you say that, but let me introduce you to... What are those night guys? Now I'm blanking on it. The column guys. Dang, what are they called? Yo, Codename, good to see you. Clown is pretty okay. That's not what I've heard, but I hope so. It's not like incredible, but man, it's Grand Game really nuts. You can also Majesties them on their turn, which is cute. That sounds dumb. I don't think that's cute. Arctic. No, not Arctic. Oh no, I'm thinking of the hand loop, the hand rip thing. If we go for Curse, I didn't have to normal summon there. That was silly. I was thinking we had 2 Dugaras, but obviously we Snake Range, so we don't need to do that. I kind of want to go for the Snapper to try and clean up this back row here. Because if they're saving a Shark Cannon for a time I want to revive, it'll be really painful. Mech Knight, yep. Clan is good if you're like me and running 29. If you just play not clowns, it's good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. It's definitely really good as a draw engine, but I don't think it's the strongest thing around. Something to be wary of. It will out advantage you. I mean, that's if it survives, right? How are we clearing this back row? Is it just Snapper for 2? Mondo cleaned up the last one, I suppose. I don't think we have a good way of clearing the last without giving up our battle phase, and I don't really want to do that. They put our Engraver back, which is hilarious, because they thought it was a starter, because they think we're on tracked. They had literally no idea. I guess they thought we were Fiendsmith Mitsurugi, to be fair, based on our starting hand. I don't hate threatening a Caesar, honestly. That seems kind of okay. We'll start like this for now. No particular reason, I guess. Then we can go Link. What do we have in Grave? We have plenty of stuff. Bunch of hand traps. Nice. They got something. I learned today Super Quant has 1 card hand loop and opponent standby. That's really interesting. It's pretty good at surviving. Matinee is a really good card. This is interesting. I guess we just go for the Engraver now. We can do this again if we're okay with Reptile locking ourselves. So I think what we'll do is we'll go Fiendsmith, and then we'll play a little Mitsurugi, bring out our Snapper, and then we can just, we could have used the effect there to clear this too. In testing, I've never lost to a deck without them summoning a Vanities and or Sphere Mode on my turn. Yeah, it sounds like kind of a cheese deck. Clans have a really cool, low-to-the-ground, grindy game plan. Okay. Do I want to go for something greedy like an SP on their Albion? Or do we just go for the Caesar to deal with stuff that's specials? I think maybe this is incorrect, but I don't know. I don't know what else to condense these into, and I think Caesar does meaningfully hit some of their cards. I don't think they'll be meta, but they'll probably pop a few times like Odeon. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, stun is good. Stun is stun. It'll just sack some events. Nice. There is a card we can Caesar. There is a card we can deal with. That felt nasty. Yo, PK, good to see you. Mirror is miserable. Kill it with hammers. My noble control their barbaric stun. My noble control their barbaric stun. That's really funny. Hardest thing is really closing out games, but it's not too bad. Jam, hello. Going second versus striker. We want Droll. We want Duster. I don't think retaliating does anything. Nib might actually. What do they go? 1, 2. Nope. I don't know if it does actually. Don't need. I'm surprised we won that. That was very funny. Perulia probably gets nothing. Bell was actually good. Called by is actually good. Droplet and Fallen are both good, but maybe not 3 and 3 necessarily. Maybe something like this, just for the flexibility of thrust. Retaliating C could be good, but it's very hit or miss. I don't like hit or miss counters in side decking. That is a good start for us. But simply having the called by will stop it. Clan will draw 4, take the insta-win hand trap maxi, and the anti-draw of Ashwast to smash them together. 2 expressions of bad design. Imaginary card, Troll and Lockbird. We did get them to pass. And we have a good hand to play in the draw phase of our own to try and avoid theirs. I'm starting to get convinced that a player better than me could top a big event with current Quants. They play nice with K9 Engine, or basically Lunalight with Nibiru Protection and a searchable FTK. That sounds nasty. Yeah, I don't think they're like horrible or anything. I'm a little surprised they did that. I guess we'll find out what exactly they're planning. We just get another prayers to our hand. Yeah, okay. Draw makes sense. So we can go like from hand. You and you for pressure, I guess. I don't really know why I'm doing the Night Sword. We don't even need to do this, to be honest, but I will. Hollow Knight music. Game music continues to be based. Yeah, I love Game Chops. They're the music channel I like the most. They don't do AI either. That's really annoying. I kind of had a feeling they had something like that. And that puts us in a pretty bad spot. What we could have done is, I don't know, maybe tribute a guy, just have something engraved to be a little more resilient like that. That's possible. I think the trick with Super Quant with K9 is the opportunity cost of playing something else with K9. Yeah, it kind of sounds like K9 is just carrying because K9's busted. The combo is literally just running the Continuous Trap and Durandal and Extra Deck. You make a specifically 5 Mat Magnus, then Durandal. Yeah. Melfi support is nutty. We're so back. That's so bizarre. Melfi turn 0 plays are a thing, right? I'd imagine we're dead here. They're going to battle. They can, Oh, they're actually killing my guy. That surprises me. Do I care? I don't think so. I think this is bait. Good turn 0 at that. Yeah, not just turn 0, I guess I should say. Melfi getting there. People are saying Holly Sue. Does it actually Holly Sue? We live. Hand loops, pops, negates if we want, bounces, everything. Everything, really. That sure sounds fun. Give me to a turn. I think turn 0 ritual is a really bad idea. Arguably better than Holly Sue. Gross. K9's thing is people are so sure VS is the best way and it drives me bananas. I don't know what to tell you because I'm pretty sure it is the best way statistically proven. Monarchy, whoa there. Speedrun just got a circular announced. Was it actually a circular? Did we see the card? Or did they just say it does something? Oh yeah, it sends for cost, any card. It does say summon 5 monsters turn 0. It doesn't have to open as much other stuff as 5 mana Sue. Those people are so correct. Yeah, I'm thoroughly convinced that VS K9. I mean, they were literally like designed to work together, to my understanding, with the whole Sue and Xiaolong being 5s. Obviously, Xiaolong's an older card, but and the K9s having good attributes. Target a card, destroy it. We will use our prayers here. I think adding a monster is good. I guess we could have gone for the Aramasa, but we take more damage that way. Send for cost to summon and summons a guy when sent to great. Yeah, that sounds totally busted. I can't stand Vanquish Soul. It's certainly very good, but people just don't want to experiment. I don't like VSK9 as a deck. I find the deck to be completely overpowered and obnoxious personally. K9 Crystron died and I have no clue why. What are you talking about? That deck is super toxic. It's like turbo negates. That's like all it does. I don't know. I think that's gross. I am not a fan of that. That is a good draw into this board. That might very well force a tag here. Okay, it didn't. I think we just go for this here. Tributing a Futsu. And then we'll go search, destroy. And we have that Fua up. Although they might just let this die. I guess if they tag it here, it doesn't do anything anymore. K9 Crystron has like 3 Omnis and an insane Floodgate. Yeah, it's super nasty. Fawn of the Virtuous is activating. We will attempt to stop it. For we must. Cost them a card. They have an Engage. Nice. We get to add a card from our deck to our hand. We will add, I think, this card. The Aramasa would get us an extra body, so perhaps that was more correct. Very possible. And now from Grave, we can summon a monster. I think we summon the Futsu, tributing the Mura, who is yet to be tributed. And we'll recur a card, which will most certainly just be another Prayers. They do have the Black Dragon. We don't have a path to lethal, so I'm just going to go battle. I doubt they're going to participate in this turn anymore under the Fua. OCG did the experimenting already, and TCG doesn't have meaningfully different tools to make it worse. I mean, I actually don't disagree that people don't experiment very much. As someone that like plays decks that I work on and think about. Target any number of cards. Yeah, this is the dumbest card ever. I don't care if it's balanced. I hate Sky Striker's gameplay. It does remind me of Runic. We're just going to lose our guy. So, we'll go first. And if I'm going first, I want these cards. The Droll's still good. This is obviously not. And the rest can stay. Yeah, I like that. I adore the VS cards. I think they're the bomb. I still play pure locals every once in a while. No, I appreciate that. They are cool. I agree. I find playing against it to be completely obnoxious, especially when they have a double. They have 2 ways to protect against board clears and removal, when removal is like the best way to play through them. I ain't saying Crystron is fun or healthy. I'm just saying it's underplayed relative to power level. I mean, at the time, I don't believe it was. I'm pretty sure it was quite popular. I don't think play rate is how we should balance. Crystron cards are cool. What's the right... Also, why are my hands so bad? It's probably right to just go for the Ritual Summon, right? From deck. And we have access to... I'm tempted to go Saji here right away, honestly. I think that's right. Because if we get drolled, it gives us the access to the most cards. It's got to be the trap, right? And then if we get drolled, we're just set up the best we can be. I've been loving Magnet Warrior. I hate that deck, but it's mostly because they just crap out a Nat Beast, and I think the card should be banned. You say every hand, but we haven't played all that many hands yet. If this gets ashed, it didn't. Okay, interesting. They seem to have something they could use. It's my goat. It's Tony. Yo. Some VS games feel decided by the opener. I don't even run Nat Beast. It's worse than looping Guardian or Wall. Okay, yeah, but I hate to tell you, I also find those cards to be toxic. Here we go. Probably Prayers. I honestly feel like our hand is auto win. I don't know what opponent can really do into this. Mura has yet to be tributed. I kind of want to keep it that way. We don't have Ogdo access, though. So maybe it's just go Fiendsmith from here. We'll grab a guy just because we have enough cards in deck to do it. Take a Revive a guy. What if I just gave you every wrong play? Welcome to chat. Something different? We can go for the mirror now because we can set up the Caesar. I've been testing new Melfi stuff. Feels so good to add 4. Oh, this is a crazy game. There's a reason this is the card game I spend my time playing. It's just the most, like, bombastic one. I love VS Draco because they have amazing half boards and Charmies but can still pop off. Yeah, I think those decks play especially well into Charmies. I wish more decks were designed like them to survive being interacted with in that way. Nice. Mirror, summon you. I would like to not Caesar myself, actually. Spec. And then we could go for a mask. But I kind of think that's unnecessary when we have Eradicator, Omni, Caesar. We'll just pass and then draw phase. I think hit them with the Erad. New Branded also feels super good. I love Synchro Summoning in my Fusion deck. I certainly think it's good. Spell card. This is fair. This is balanced. I just got my Platinum Secret Rare Eradicator and it looks so dark. Yeah, I'm sorry, guy. I wish he would have let me see how much we got to rip there. I can't believe we won that after that opening hand. That was awful. Phedralus may be my favorite hand trap of all time. I think it seems toxic. It seems really obnoxious. But I'm happy to have my mind changed. I saw a really good comment that the Charmies divide all decks into modern decks built with them in mind and older decks that were not. Yeah, I think I agree with that. At a level 6 or lower, I think that might be worth stopping. I think this deck is inconsistent enough that I just try to stop them. Yep. You're so saucy with this deck. Dehelov, I adore your content, but sometimes a card can be good and not toxic. Yeah, I agree a card can be good and not toxic. I think Holly Sue is like that. I agree. But I think Harmonia does too much. I haven't played against it. Like I said, I could totally be wrong on this. It just seems gross. No, I was just trying, thank you. I was just trying to decide if it was worth stopping, and this is also gross. We're kind of getting away with murder right now, I feel like. There's a Crocia. I grabbed the wrong card by mistake, but it might just be okay. When are we playing Dirk Longing for the Blue Skies? I did try that card for like 2 matches and did not like its effect on gameplay. By the time you can summon it, it's too late. It doesn't do anything, I feel. Are we in trouble because I grabbed the wrong guy? If that's an Ash, sort of. It's complicated. Vidros having to respond to a field effect gives you outplay potential and a deck building decision to make. I kind of disagree with it being a deck building decision because your deck you either can or you can't afford like 6 synchros in your extra. Like it kind of, what's cool about it, and I like synchro, so I like that it kind of rewards synchro decks inherently. That is nasty. This doesn't do anything, and we just lose. So we'll go game 2. Droll seems good. Nice. Don't want that. Don't need this. Good. That seems like a really clean swap. Okay, Fidralis isn't a deck building decision. I don't see it that way. Yeah. Harmonia does seem really good, but I remember everyone thinking Izuna was going to be bananas, and then it really only played in K9. I don't think Izuna and Fidralis are comparable, because I don't know. I don't think that's an equivalent statement, really. Again, haven't played with the card, but I'm also it's a weird thing where it's just perennially irritating for there to be a new $1 million staple, but you don't have to buy it. You just have to if you want to win. Harmonia has a lock. You can't activate extra effects that aren't synchros. Yeah, that makes me think it's not really. And okay, I was gonna say what you're saying isn't a lock. They have a nip. They have a phonics. Does summoning the phonics do anything? Yes. We just won't use a continuous then. I am sorry to say, opponent. Zero this for no particular reason. There's a quick play. Very funny. Because we already have the pre-prep, we could go our Abao to pop this thing. I'm honestly more worried about the main deck they'll be using Fidralis. KT seems just KT does seem god-awful. Here's a lock unless you're already playing the best deck. Yeah. Is it spell card is activated? Yeah. So if I go like... If a spell card is activated, you can special summon. If a quick play spell is activated, you can target up to 2. It's not a quick effect, so we'll just kill it with this. Nice. Anyway, pre-prep. Yeah, impulse lock. No, KT is kind of brutal. Genuinely one of my favorite decks, and they just made it. It looks horrible to play again. It looks not fun in the slightest. I'm gonna be real with you. I've been playing Radiant Typhoon. It feels great. I think Radiant Typhoon is like one of the coolest decks that we've seen in a long time, honestly. We could actually do something kind of interesting here by going Ritual from hand and then just normal summoning this guy. We could tribute like a Futsu here. Get the other ritual. Oh, we don't even need to do that. Yeah, let's try this. This is a little strange, but we can get ritual back with this, which means this can grab this. We'll just normal this for the ritual. I guess if they held like a super late effect, but we could even protect there with the Abao to pop our own dude. Cool tune getting to look at hand and rip from X-rays cancer. Yeah, that's the word that comes to mind, isn't it? Hitting RT is going to be impossible. I'm sorry, remind me, what's RT? I'm a little worried about how they're planning to hit the Draco Tail deck. I hope that gets something, but it is so new, so I almost feel like it's going to get away unscathed for the most part. Summon from Dick. You. This can really grab anything, right? So maybe even just this because it's the most crap card. Bing bong, bing bong. We have way too much card advantage. This archetype is not well thought out in some ways. Set 2 in the end phase. We'll get our Fallen as well. Fair and balanced. We got 2 pops, 2 negates, a banish, a board wipe, an omni. We have a lot. Pure is going to be really bad to play. Yeah, it definitely is. Draco Tail is cool. I think all the Just decks are cool to varying degrees. Draw 2 cards, discard 1 card. I just don't want to... I don't like throwing cards into this. I don't think that's worth an Omni. The Zen board is gross. Yeah, this is a crazy deck. I don't know why they brought out that Phonics. That seemed really dumb. Like, they knew what kind of cards were on. Like, Mura just kills that even if we didn't do something funny. K9 was really cool until they made Noroi. K9 was not cool because from the start, they had access to... I think I might just let that through. Phonics. Phonics seems worth a stop. No, because they've always had Ripper, and Ripper's always been disgusting. I think they ban Vision or Chant to hit the deck. Draco Tail, ban Gulamel, limit Rahu, Lucius, 5 mana. Add a Radiant Typhoon card. Spell Trap, I guess. I guess we can just chill for now, and then we'll just, we'll kill their guys, and then kill their eyes again. Visions to 1 may actually happen. What would Visions to 1 be for? That seems unfair to me. Killing Draco is as easy as... I disagree with the Arthalion to 1 killing it. Yeah, but we keep talking about grind. Grind is not why that deck's crazy. That is really annoying. But they didn't 50-50 me, so I can't be that mad. I really like a deck just playing MST. Limit Rahu probably is what's going to happen, but I don't like it. Oh no. Pay off your LP, destroy as many monsters as possible, then spec 1 monster from your opponent's graveyard, ignoring its summoning conditions. Oh my god. Caesar can stop this card. That is so funny. I'm not sure I would have caught that, to be honest. That's hilarious. Return all face-up monsters to the hand. I don't want you to do that. So we're going to go Abao to tag out. And mask. to just get this to grave, I guess. We'll spec a card here. It'll go to our hand, which is actually really nice. So we could even get back a link we want, or just get, I think just a Saji back is fine. It's annoying because of things Konami won't hit right now, lol. Stuff like White Albaz. Yeah, White Albaz probably is the way to go, but it's way too new, obviously. Well, hello everyone. Zexel, good to see you. I've been really excited for all the Bat Chest old school decks that I'm going to play that are getting new support. Predaplant, RDA, Galaxy Eyes. Chat, help me out. What's the link material for the Radiant Typhoon link? How do I stop it from hitting the field? RT is alright. Cool deck. What is RT? Rescue Taste? I don't know what that is. Fallen of Albaz to 1 is so stupid. That's such a stupid hit. There's no way. That'd be so dumb. White Albaz is so good for branded. You don't understand. Yeah, I know. I do understand. Radiant Typhoon. Duh. 2 Radiant Typhoon monsters. No meme. I personally think just limiting Rahu is fine. Draco Tail can just set it, which may sound strong, but they have to set Rahu and Ketu, meaning they have less traps to set. Thank you, Monarchy. Yeah, I'm not saying I think Rahu wouldn't do anything. I feel like it's too mean, but I don't know what else you can do in the current card pool. We're about 36 minutes in. Can Megala summon itself? Yes. That is dumb. I don't know when the right time to kill their guy is. Ban. What am I doing here? Ban Flame. I don't think it's gonna happen. I really don't. I'm not even saying I necessarily... No, because you control Megala, unless I'm stupid. Did I misread this card? I thought it was just, yeah, they have Mystical Space Typhoon engraved, so they can always spec the stupid card. Should I take the deck I've been practicing to my small regional, or just go insane and play Mitsurugi? Play the deck that you have the most fun losing with. Banning Urgla is also something they can do, so you can't re-add 5 mana. Megala special. Urgla would be interesting. It'd be really interesting to ban, I don't know, they usually do cards like that, like kind of bridgy. Okay, we are seeing this. What does this guy do? Summons more guys from deck. He's gonna plus off this, but it's fine. I think we just go for the Megala. Okay, I go now. Have fun. Bye, Corn Maze. Yep, there's the mandate, which I argue the flame ban, since it's impactful but not a death sentence. It's kind of the best thing to do in Draco Tail. Okay, we lived through the turn. We had an insane board, but they had a kind of similarly insane follow through, not gonna lie. Flame ban is big, but I think it might not do that much in terms of actually taming the deck. I agree with that too. I think in terms of bringing down the power, it's not even the flame. 5 cards back. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah. GG. I go second now. Droplet's really good versus this deck. I don't think Talent is especially good. Fua almost doesn't do anything. Droll doesn't do anything. Ghost Bell does do something. Here we go. There's my 7th. I was wondering where it was. Less recursion, no interacting with spells, big, but also it still keeps spinning our Thalions, doing branded stuff on the side. Limiting Lucius gonna be an okay Rahu to 1. Yeah, I don't love consistency. Lightning Storm Duster becomes actually viable against them. I mean, you say that. Storm and Duster gets way worse, though, if they have a fewer trap, too, to be fair. Because that's kind of the... I don't know. The less good back row they have, the less those cards are good for. Bell was really nice there. But it didn't matter. Oh boy, more reason to play Cartesia. You really have to force them to play Cartesia. You know how much they hate playing that card. Oh my god, this motorcycle guy. Outside my place, this dumb guy revs his motorcycle for like hours every afternoon. I don't get a hobby. I say we unban every tier card, every Ishizu card, and just not worry about it. I wouldn't have to worry about it, because I wouldn't play the game anymore. Yeah, Breakers being viable would be huge. Right now, the deck just doesn't have a weakness. You're still hitting the other traps and Fallen and Virtuous. I guess I just feel like the most egregious parts of that end board are the branded things on top of the Draco Tail things. And I think that Flame has some genuine deck building outs. I don't know how many times I've actually had a Flame successfully resolve against me since I picked up Fawn and the Virtuous plus Droplet in my main. To be fair, Shizu tier struggles a little bit against KT. Just banish their Kit Kalos. Yeah, you know how else we can banish the Kit Kalos? By using the ban list. Hot take, Kultune is super annoying to play against. I Ash mix and they just go okay and use a hand trap to make RS pass. What's so annoying about that? They make one negate and pass. That seems fine to me. That's really bad. That's pretty bad. Well, it says any monster, so maybe not. Okay, but they're not getting rid of the branded stuff. Yeah, I know that. I'm well aware of that. KT being annoying is an ice cold take. You read Fissure, and then read Fallen on the Virtuous, and then we can all move on and pretend that you didn't say I can Fallen on the Virtuous the Fissure. Even though they should. Yeah, they should hit the branded stuff, but I agree they won't do it. I know that, but I don't. Okay. What am I doing here? These are the cards we should be killing. Yeah, we should be getting rid of these stupid things. I agree. Oh, sorry, I misheard your message. I see what you're saying now. A tribute does seem worth it to me. I think we had a pretty solid ban list going on in our last stream, to be honest. Do either of these cards have actual effects? They don't, right? Yeah, so we just have the attack of the highest thing. We'll add a guy, and then we can summon a guy. Use the effect. We could, somewhat realistically get an Exiton off here. I don't think the branded stuff is really the issue. It's super fun. I disagree. I know the problem is with Draco Tail, but like, ask them nicely to stop because I want to play branded. Yeah, I disagree. I think branded is not especially fun. Oh, there's drew a card. Okay. Sure. You do whatever you want. If you're not negating my stuff, I really don't care. Limit branded fusion ban sanctifier. You know, I might be okay with that. I haven't even been Sanctifier locked that much, but they still seem to make the dumb thing all the time. My guy went set 5 pass Pop Fissure, and he has a decent chance at winning the game off of it. What do you mean? I say this every time. How about ban Branded Fusion too? This is not news. I do not like Branded Fusion. That's a deck I just find to be not interesting or fun. I think it's a really obnoxious school of design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think Exciton's got to be the play here and just clear as many cards as possible. Then it's not that big a deal if they ban it. Sanctifier isn't even played anymore. Yeah, but yeah, I already said I don't think play rate should decide bans. Thing with Branded Fusion is White Ecclesia lets them play without it just fine. That's kind of a good thing, I think. Yeah. Good, then you won't miss it. I like I like Branded. I know, Iceman. Okay. I guess I have to commit to Mitsurugi stuff now. Oh, how I love Fissure single-handedly breaking my entire turn sequence. I was like, where's my Aramasa? It's under this guy. Yeah. You grab this. Same brain PK. Fire and Earth Barrier Statue weren't played. It was still good that they were banned. Agree. Big agree. Yeah. Summon from deck. If they have the Ash here, it's really bad. Thank goodness Mitsurugi can come back from banishment. Holy crap. Also, 24 viewers. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. Leave a like. I'm kind of okay with that, I think. Good branded pilots are nuts, and the deck is super interested. I disagree. Yeah, I don't think it's interesting to fight tooth and nail to clear a board and still end up with nothing at the end of the day. Any ritual monster. But it's okay. We don't have to agree. We can have different preferences on decks. Like, that's fine. This is a pretty bad spot. I think my only real option is to just summon out the Mura so that we have the board wipe in rotation. / the hand rip going. But they can draw a card. They can negate my stuff. I don't know. It's pretty bad. This Praise is going to have to do some pretty heavy lifting. What can I even do with this? The Daybreak really doesn't accomplish anything. Interesting to resolve Branded Fusion, huh? He had a second Fissure in hand. Yeah, that is gross. I didn't even catch that. I left the first like, I'm so special. Yeah, I think Daifai's a good side and Pure Mitsu especially. I'll go for a rip here, I think. Me when I resolve Brefu. I will now proceed to poop on myself and make Mirror Jade. That's not the message I was ready to see. They're going to be able to revive the Crocia. We can kill it, which is good. Konami, screw Konami for not banning all floodgates. Oh yeah, how little Yu-Gi-Oh do you want to play today? Yeah, it seems about right. If we just... Oh no, maybe I should have killed here, right? Because now they can MST my dude. That was dumb. I shouldn't have allowed this to resolve. I always thought the Ogdoadic deck was really nice. I don't know what you're trying to say here. Ogdoadic is really fun. What they try to do is set up Daybreak. It's your best card by far. And what this does is turn your dude into a bunch. The field spell is the payoff. Shut up. Daybreak makes a bunch of tokens, which you can then use for like link spam plays. I just don't think we have any way of playing through this stuff. We just got floodgated out. Ogdoadic, shut up. Ogdoadic origin is not the objective. This guy in my local is trying to teach the game to a new player with Enneacraft and Zaborg Vanity Field spell. Yeah, I give up. You win. You're just better than me, opponent. When are we getting the Mitsurugi Tempest FTK stream? I haven't tried Tempest yet. Oh, so they're like a Pendulum style deck, summoning a bunch of guys to use generic link big monsters. Sort of, but they bridge between Mitsurugi and they synergize well with it because they're reptiles as well, so. This was a mistake. I've already lost the game for myself. Nice. Yapping. Great. I jinxed it, boss man. Sorry. Not as bad as Shadal or Zodiac field spells. Never use the P word in this chat again. Yeah. I really like Abao. I feel it's a very synergetic card. Things like Celine Snapper play really well off of Daybreak. Mask can obviously be made using tokens, which is cool. Okay, this sucks. Man, I hope Pendulum's still suck even with the new Link 3. Based on how it reads, I got bad news for you. That thing seems crazy. What am I trying to do here? If they don't prio use Requiem, they didn't. We might be able to actually do something about that whole surviving thing. You always prio that. The only Pendulum monsters I approve of are desk bots. Funny that YouTube threw me an Ogdomitsu stream. That is funny. They know what you need to be seeing right now. I think Electromite plus... What was it? It's a negate, right? What other card is it like? It's kind of like the Vortex Dragon. I get that's probably the point. I appreciate you watching the Ogdomitsu stream. We could have played, by the way, if I just summoned the right monster. It didn't have to be like this. Not the card I wanted to look at. Thank you, game. I'm assuming we're just dead anyway. So, sad, but... I mean, you misplay, so you lose. That's fair, I think. Our hand was cracked, too. If we didn't mess that up, our hand was insane. We don't really have anything that saves us in here. Maybe an Ash Blossom on a choke point, but that's kind of the best I can think to do. They have 2 6s. This doesn't matter. We're at full life. Yeah, this doesn't matter. I don't even know why I clicked on a Deha stream 2 years ago, but I've been here ever since. I've got that thumbnail game. Goated streams. Got my first regional top with Endymion. I thought the Endymion deck seemed so sick. That was a deck I really wanted to play at one point. More of a Mitsu Azamina guy right now, but I have to sell my DTs if I'm to have any hope of buying DMOD. What is DT? Sorry, I'm so bad with abbreviations. I don't know why people say hate on Pendulum. It's been a long time since Pendulums were topping events. Link is way more toxic and down to half the hate. I don't know what you're talking about, because Malice is like the most hated deck in the past 2 or 3 years consistently. Oh, streamer, you know the buddy I have in my local town who is playing Ogdomitsu? He swapped to Elf Note White Forest. I think White Forest is such a natural pivot for one of us. It seems like the exact kind of deck I would want to play, to be honest. Droll actually... I was gonna say Droll's not good, but it kind of is. Maybe Nib is better. Let's do this. Super Heavy was 3 years ago. Rough Hand again. I have had some rough hands. I feel like last stream we had some tough ones too. Droll. Yep. You win. I have 3. I have a bunch of bricks. 3 bricks in a way. This bell just has to do it all. Links are just more integrated. All the new mechanics after Ritual Infusion found use in other decks. Pendulum's the only ones which are exclusive to their own thing. I like Links. I don't really see the point of view of Links being like toxic and not fun. I think they're really cool. How many times have we drawn Engraver? We've drawn it a lot so far. Give me back super heavy. I hate pendulums because they're so alien in the game. No, it was 3 years ago. I do dislike how idiosyncratic Pendulum is. It really has, like, I actually probably couldn't tell you. I'm just gonna scoop. I probably couldn't correctly tell you what happens to Pendulum monsters when they're killed in different spots, like Monster Zone back row. They trigger their monster floating if popped in the back row. Like, that makes no sense. Just mechanically, I hate that. I think they look really cool. I think the idea of, like, a spell monster is a great idea for a look of a card. I just wish they had, like, a back row effect instead of, like... Usually they have one effect. They have, like, a... Like, more of them could have been vanillas. Probably, kind of thing. What is happening right now? As a tier 2 judge, I can help. Pendulums are... Pendulums are, yeah. I appreciate that answer. Fun fact. If they're popped in back row under die fight, they go to grave. I hate that so much. Why did you tell me that? Is that true? That's disgusting. That's actually horrible. It just makes no sense. We don't talk about Centurion. Centurion's a cool deck. Yeah, but Super Heavy was not a pen strategy. It had a pen starter. I agree with that. Super Heavy was not a pen deck. But what we're talking about is people hating penned cards. And that was a super toxic Pendulum card. But no, the pen hate is a little, like, out there. I agree. People's feelings stay hurt, you know? It's hard to come back from someone really doing that to you. I kind of want the ritual just for the diversity, honestly. I could normal a bell just for a mask, and I think I do want to do that. It kind of signals that we have another one, but I mean, what are you going to do about it? It's because they're not monsters in back row. They're not monsters, but they float with monster effects, don't they? It is true. A Pendulum monster in a Pendulum zone is always treated as a continuous spell. If they go to grave, they are sent to face up extra. Okay. Let's be real. Every pen deck guy goes, actually, it's not a pen deck. It just has one super key important card. No, I agree. This one's not a pen deck. Mura early. I always Mura too late. What was the really pen top tier deck? Pen Magician with double iris? Yeah, I would think so. I'm not saying it's recent. I don't hate Pendulum the way other people do. I get it. So what's the threshold? Endymion ended on like 2 pen monsters? Endymion's a Pendulum deck. What are you talking about? Endymion's a super Pendulum deck. It doesn't matter what you end on. All their monsters are pen cards. Like Soulful Core players will tell you with this straight face, it's not a Pendulum deck. It just has pen cards. Also, almost every meta Pendulum deck was infinite combo into a bunch of negates, and people don't like that playstyle. No, that playstyle has really fallen out of favor with people. Did they just give up an Ash? They must have another... No, they can't have another one, because they would have used it on my turn. Oh my god, it's a striker guy. I'm going to destroy you. I should have known it was a striker guy from this Rhoda. Trust me, Lunalight is not a pen deck. It just had... I actually disagree with you. Lunalight's not a pen deck. Oh my god, Ray. Dude, I pulled up to DB to test my rocket deck, and an Enneacraft player pulls up to torture me. Yeah, I mean, that seems kind of messed up and unranked. But to be fair, where else is Enneacraft good enough to see play? Enneacraft's a Pendulum. Enneacraft. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. My original thought was a pen deck is a pen deck if it Pendulum summons. But I actually don't think so, because I do think that Anycraft's a pen deck, even though it doesn't pen summon. I also want to remove this stupid thing. I love Ray. I would die for Sky Striker Ace Ray. Oh, I do hate how SP does that menuing. The more fun and creative Pendulum decks like Nemlyria and Volmanica were all bad. Anycraft top 16 the Team YCS. Another pen deck is Anycraft, even though Konami's afraid to make a pen deck use its mechanic. I actually think that's the right way to go, right? Is like pen decks that don't pen summon. Probably. You control no main. They're gonna send their guy, spec an ace from extra. Is it card you control? So they could chain something else to this, but I think I'm fine with this. And then just like omniing their next card even. Nope, okay. This is fine. They'll get the Hayate back, but whoa, I did not know this card worked that way. Or leaves the field. I had no clue. Is that worth belling? Probably. First pen top in a while. Is DDD the most pen deck because it pen summons? That is funny. Most of those floating effects say if this card is destroyed, being a monster spell at that point doesn't matter. Also, the penned hate is more go first combo slap hate. Yeah, that's true. Mazer. Engage. I feel like I have to stop that, right? The problem was just that a Decade Pendulum was just playing all the best Pendulum. Yeah. Pendulum does have similar problems to Lynx, doesn't it? We want to leave this in graveyard. They might Shark Cannon, which would be painful. Well, it's not, because we have the prayers even. We have it all. Talent. It's got to be draw, right? Yeah, I don't know what else they could have even done there. We're just deep drawing. Okay, Pot of Greed into Pot of Greed. They're definitely going to hit another... Oh! Did they lose their whole hand? They totally did. What is this? Maybe they're on the Legendary Modern decks. Is it worth it to use a Prayers? Probably. If we clear this thing now... Yeah, okay. Going second... Probably... I don't actually know which of these is better. Probably like this. DDD as a day one player of the archetype is not a pen deck or a link deck. It's a yes deck. Yeah, I agree with that. It just does a lot of different stuff. I think Pend as a mechanic is fundamentally flawed. Too many inconsistent rules due to how the cards work. Most decks are combo. I just don't care for them. Too many words. We're going to save the Ash, go for the Droll. Nice. Really happy we have the Droll here. Add Retsi for drones. Retsi seems really inconsistent. Pend had too much of a learning curve compared to Synchro Xyz Link. I disagree. I think that's a... Well, as a mechanic, do mechanics have to be simple? I think maybe they should be. Yeah, I do agree. No chain coils in this build. No chain coils until they errata the card and make it good. I'm sorry to say. It just does... Oh, stop with this. Do I need to go back to 2 Saji? We're bricking like crazy, but I guess it's just a bricky set of cards a little bit. Yep, that's bad. Can't be that mad that they take a game off us here, to be honest. That last one was pretty painful for them. Fair, at least as Reptilian. I really, really adore a kid now. I think this card is super good. I'm always shocked when I see rep decks that aren't playing it. Echidna has 2 good effects. The 0 attack is good. Stop. I can't, Ash. This. I have to, though. We'll just chain this, I guess. I want to say Synchro is what I would argue has the worst learning curve. I disagree. Pendulum does. What are you talking about? Are we excluding Pendulum or something? I sometimes have to imagine myself having to learn all this stuff up front at this point. I just don't think it's that hard, but I'm also biased because I played the game for a long time. I like Pendulum's mechanic, but I feel like it's too feast or famine. Ritual monsters, you either need a full hand to facilitate one play, or each card. Yeah, I could see that. Handle these nuts. Asia requires very finicky routing. Synchro summoning? I totally disagree. Synchro summoning is so straightforward. No chain coils ever, please. If they make the card good, it's another Link floodgate. It is a floodgate. Also, although part of the problem is actually that it floods yourself. You can't use your hand traps when you resolve the coils, and it's only good against, like, VS specifically. How do you feel about the Zerol? Soulful Chords are still based. I think Zerol is interesting. I think it's kind of win more, kind of fragile. You could play it, but I don't rate it. I think you're already doing enough stuff, and the extra deck's so tight. I don't want, like, the cards are pretty bad going second. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was probably so loud. Maining a trap is pretty bad, although the trap's quite good. Shizuku. Are you playing Gorgon? I've gotten a ton of mileage out of the card. You know, maybe there's a world where I would be, but I think I sold mine, so I'm not playing it. And also, I don't have room for it because I like all of these cards too much. Mondo's the only thing that could maybe go because they fill a similar role, but Mondo plays versus Droll and Gorgon doesn't. I'm gonna scoop now. First. Not first. Not first. I mean, yeah, on concept, it's simple. Get a guy with a tag and summons levels. But the way it needs you to build the extra deck all specific. I don't know, I disagree. I don't think it's that hard. And all the ways main deck strategies have to spin bodies. How's Beat Cop? It's a vanilla. It's specifically a Link 2 Fiend you can make with anything. That's what we care about because Abao needs a Fiend. I played Mermail for a while and it was a big headache figuring out synchro lines mid-game when something went wrong. I think that might have been Mermail's fault because Mermail was not a synchro deck. Yeah, unless I'm missing something, Mermail was not built to be synchro, so of course it's going to be weird. It kind of was like backwards engineered to fit that style. Have we played against 2 strikers tonight, by the way? What awful luck. I manifested it by putting it in the description. That's the same for literally all extra mechanics. The mechanics themselves are never complicated. It's like, no, I disagree. I think that Pendulum is complicated as a mechanic. Oh, I fear for our opponent. Also, I always have the E-Rad when I have the thrust, I swear. Now, if they have Droll, the correct search is Ritual. I'm gonna go for it. Okay. Didn't have it. Can we still do Ogdo stuff? I think 1, 2. I think we can. Because we can access prayers. Sorry, I won't be reading chat and it's like buzzing, but I do appreciate the super active chat. Oh, I didn't even have to tribute here. But it doesn't have to be Mura. Although I think it will be. We'll add a monster, add this, take 8, summon a 4, on res, go for the mirror. It's not that good. Purification might just be better. I think that's actually what we're doing, is just doing the purification. Put this up. Slightly more fragile spot here. Get him, boss. But now we can bring back that Naya, which we dumped off our ritual, which is super slick. Nice. This is a dumb amount of card advantage to be able to accrue. Using up that Naya might prove to be a mistake here. Maybe not. Hello, Night Sword. I hate you. Well, no, it kind of had to be this way because we kind of want the Mura on board. I guess we kind of don't. It doesn't actually protect all that much. Still praying for the Mermail support that makes the deck more mid-rangey. A mid-range Mermail would be cool, but I don't see how we ever get there from where we are. Can we ever get 2 4s from here? I think I messed it up. I don't think we can get Fiendsmith anymore. I played this quite badly. Now we don't have Mirror either. What am I doing? I guess we could go... How's the Ogdo package feeling? It feels a little too bricky. I totally disagree. I don't see how it's bricky at all. They're starters. You don't have enough starters without them. It is win more, but it's like auto win. Versus... Not actually. I do actually. Have you seen King Neptibus' second effect, the armor cycling one? No, I haven't. It's really funny. We can go, like, Mask here, I guess. I kind of messed this up, but I think it's just going to, unfortunately for the opponent, be okay. Because Eradicator is a messed up card. We could go, like, Abao here. We have the Bell, too, which is also good versus this deck. Let's bring this thing out so that we have both traps live right away. Yeah, I kind of messed this up, but I actually think it just doesn't matter and is fine. Like, we could Thrust here, but I think it's more valuable as a mystery card. And I'm doing all this yapping, but I think Erad will just carry versus Sky Striker, just like it did in our first match. This is an Ogdo deck with a Mitsu package. It actually, unironically, is that. This is an Ogdoadic deck. Oh my god. That's the most disgusting hand rip I've ever seen. 5 cards. I'm glad they let us see that. Yeah, I'll show the deck list again really quick since there are new people. There aren't that many Ogdoadic cards actually, and I actually have a deck profile you can go watch. I should probably link it in the stream description, but there just aren't that many good Ogdoadic cards is the problem. But what your Ogdoadic stuff is really important for is setting up a Caesar before you commit to your other stuff alongside an Abao. So it's a 1 card / 1.5 really set up for that. And Mitsurugi and Ogdoadic both bridge into each other. Ogdoadic also gives you superior back row removal with stuff like Snapper, infinite bodies. You could play like Access Code if you wanted a... if you wanted like a more direct lethal route through a card like that. The one of Engraver is so fire. Yeah, the Engraver is just to be summoned off the wreck. You only ethical use of Eradicator against Striker, yeah. That's why I got a foil. And the reason we're playing the Engraver, I should explain. Caesar is just good, but this deck's really... It struggles into draw. I actually don't auto-lose that much into it very often anymore because of the way we built our deck and the way we play our deck, but... hand's pretty bad. Let's do it this way. And by pretty bad, I mean actually kind of cracked. And what am I talking about? But because you lose into draw more than any other singular hand trap, I guess Fua perhaps... Actually, Fua is probably the one you lose the worst into now, which is strange because Droll is such a boogeyman, but... Basically, Ogdo lets you threaten a Caesar, which can either ward off Nib, which is a kind of common out into a combo wombo deck like ours, or to make high value even under Droll. If Code Fear were ever legal again, I feel like Ogdo would instantly see use as a link spam engine. I don't think so, because there was a point where Ogdo had its chance and it didn't see play. Like, we've already had that time. Was Feral Imps that big of a problem? It was. It annoys me that we have the other type searchers still around, but yeah. Codefee was a problem. I mean, well, but here's the thing. Codefee was a problem before Habakiri. That's how crazy Mitsurugi is. You were just raw dog opening both. That is really, really annoying. How many tokens do I even want? If we go like this, maybe I could give them no draws or one draw. I think Masquerena might be worth it. I think she's worth it. Clearly she wasn't, because they are toggling something. We just gotta be chill from here, I think. Yep. That's rough. What if we errata code feed to only add a level 4 reptile? You add Aramasa, and then you normal summon it, and then you get Habakiri. I don't think King of the Feral Imps will come back. I don't really know if it should either. Just that compared to all current slop, we have Raizio Mitsu sounds kind of honest. I don't like that. Though I guess that means we have Raizio added to the New Age slop soup. I think Raizio Mitsu had its time. I don't want to replay that same format forever. I think we just have to pass and fall into the Virtuous Turbo. Carry me home. What can we do here? We can get like a Night Sword recycle on our next turn using Daybreak. We're so dead. L'Oreal Baz, hello. I guess we just try and clear the other 4 and prevent them from doing the synchro stuff. Cross out and res negated my opinion once, and I still think about it to this day. I don't know what you're saying, but I think it's funny. Hello, other Fawn the Virtuous. Revive a guy. Yeah, we lose. Droll is kind of mid, isn't it? We're going first. Fallen is a good card. Ash is a good card. Bell is not good enough to keep, probably. Or is it? Maybe it is. Let's do this. Yeah, I hate Raziel, but cross negated that opinion. So I think Cross is a gross card. We have a pretty sweet hand. So there's 2 ways to think about this. If they have Ash, main phase is better. If they have Droll, draw phase is better. And we kind of lose to both of them, so we kind of have to just pick one. So actually, maybe doing this in main was better to force the talent use. I like Detonator and X as cards mechanically, but I don't know if I like Detonator mechanically. Detonator was a wild thing to have. Honestly. Raziel gross? Raziel gross instead of Cross is funny. There's the Fua. We do have the Ash for it. Nice, lucky. And we have the talent to punish them for daring to play. Oh, you think I shouldn't be allowed to do whatever I want? Show me your hand. Show me your hard drive. Does Phimena even do anything with this hand? It's just Rahu, right? And then we just have to contend with Pank, 5 mana. I think I'm okay with that. 1. We've used our prayers. Okay, they just scoop. This is very good. This could be good, but it looks like they're on more of a Draco build. We need these cards. Don't need. What's my last cut? Probably Bell. What am I missing here? I missed Detonator. Like, you missed that one cousin that doesn't come to the family reunions because of being a gross human, but he knew good party tricks. Okay. Is the matchmaking on Omega good? Or it's impossible to get games? I don't know who you heard that from. I think it's fine. I think Called By is worse than the rest of these cards. I find the matchmaking to be fine. You get MMR based on the difference in your ranks. This is a good hand. Must be playing Genesis. Yeah, I find the matchmaking to be just fine. There's a 5 mana. We'll go for the Fua. Nice that we have it. Looks like they'll have an Ash. We've got the Ret for the 5 mana, or sorry, the Rahu and the Brafu as well. Oh, they didn't have the Ash. Boss man, gotta say, love the Hollow Knight music OST on the back. Very tasteful stream to chill back to. Thank you. I think so too. It's quite nice. What do you know? Streaming longer gets better viewership. Who could have ever predicted? Horn, Sting, Flame, I guess, right? There's no other card that could be Fallen, maybe, for the last. Horn, Sting, Flame, Fallen. Our hand doesn't really... I was gonna say it doesn't do anything, but it kind of does. It depends. If we go, like... If we go Naya, they'll Sting... I think I have to go for the normal summon on the Naya. I actually don't think I can do anything into a flame. I only don't play on Omega because the UI is a little too spastic. I think it's gorgeous. I think it looks really good. I got shifted twice immediately and then never played again. I waited 5 minutes for a single Genesis match. It's very funny. Truly a hand of all time. We'll get our Daybreak. We kind of need them to just not use Brain for a while. I guess there's a world where, like, retaliating just keeps them from playing, but I think they're going to get too many cards back. This is just unfortunate. We're just bricking a lot today. Because, like, this goes into an Echidna, but it doesn't get to resolve because they'll just horn it unless they can't read. If they can't read, we'll be fine. But if they have any reading comprehension, we lose on the spot. Yeah, you can change a lot of settings. You can change game speed, like fluidity. I didn't know you could bring up the FPS for a long time. Yep, that's pretty bad. I guess I could have killed my own guy to deny a draw. That would have been correct. But no, we just lose. GG. I can't pinpoint what's wrong with it, but I just don't like it. I prefer EDO. I used to prefer EDO, and then I got to play ranked, and I changed my mind. I don't know what Zote soundtrack is. Dude, this guy. He's in love. This is... I'm not even on that many ritual monsters. I just see them constantly. What do we have? 4 rituals out of 46 cards? Goodbye. Versus Yummy, Radiant Droll could be good. Nib could be good. Don't need this. Don't need these. Although Bell's actually a good card. Now that I, like, click it off. But I think we don't need it. Bell's actually maybe better than Droll. 1000th draw on Engraver of the Night. Have you always been an Ogdoadic player? Yeah, if you look back at the history of my channel, I've been an Ogdoadic. That's actually, the channel is built around it, but I've played Ogdoadic as my main since it came out. I played it, like, on Yugioh. There's a ranked ladder. Not in the same capacity. Snake Rain Naya is kind of clean, honestly, because getting the Naya to the graveyard is really all you want from it. Oh, okay, sorry. No, I agree, yeah. No, I also just don't like that part about Yugioh. I wish we had one more good target without having to run a brick in our deck to get there for the Snake Rain. It feels weird to have only 3 good targets. Yugioh is purely for testing. Yeah, Yugioh is really, I think, best for when you want to play with cards that just don't exist yet. Omega also has tournaments once in a while. Yugioh seems pretty barren. The client is nice, but there's no players. Yeah, Yugioh, I also feel like just has weirder decks. People play worse garbage on Yugioh, I think. But no, I'm an Ogdoadic main. This is my favorite deck. In the Discord, which you should join if you haven't, it's sometimes people are like, why don't you like play builds that Ogdoadic? Mitsurugi can do these other things. And somebody, or Code pointed out, he's my mod, correctly, that Deha will cut the Mitsurugi cards before the Ogdoadic cards every time. This card is way too flexible. I don't really know why they did that. We're gonna pivot our game plan now. I think we can all agree the bots on both clients are not good. I've never used the bots. I have no interest in that kind of thing. I'm wishing I had... Well... Have I normal summoned? I think I just did, didn't I? We could give them a draw, or we could go like... add to hand. No, it's got to be like add to hand. Add to hand. Daybreak something to grave. Mirror. Search ritual. I think it's something like that. I don't really want to use... I think it's too good. I think it gets us too much. We'll go like this. A new Mitsu name would be cool. I should have searched a different monster here. This was not correctly done. Summon from hand. Tributing. Well. Tributing you from deck. It's too hard. I do not like Fuelos. It's all Wuxia pretty boys. Where's the snake lady? Oh, we do need snake on Aeson. Never seen it as Tripest? I've never ever heard Tripest. I've always said rip. Monday, by the way. Oh my god, we have it all, don't we? We'll go like mirror. Effect search. I think it's search purification, summon, and then we can honestly just go like set, pass. I think Masquerena might be worth it. Totally forgot about this. We get one of these too. Good card. I also think Mitsu having 3 rituals and only one of them having a hand effect is weird. Balance, don't get me wrong. Habakiri is such a yeah, Papa's busted. My prediction is we'll get more Miko, like Wosu. I will rip a card here. Our board plays well into this, which is good. Is that Draco Tail, our opponent? I don't think so. Ragnarika Ogdo. I tried that, and it sucks, because Ragnarika sucks. We will allow this to be summoned. We just big chill here, I think. I don't like how OCG and Master Duel handled Mitsurugi. Hitting the quick play hurts pure. What did they do in Master Duel? Yeah, I don't like that as a solution. That seems dumb to me. Ragnarika does look amazing. They are awesome looking cards. Interesting link climb effects, which I do like link climb as well. I think we're still big chillin'. Both those format limiting prayers in both is gross. Do not like that. Send Fiendsmith card. They already have Engraver. I think they just send another Engraver, probably, which I don't care about. I was high as heck when I brought up Chain Coils. Forgot that was a Rekka card, not Ogdo. That's really funny. Yep, just another Engraver, right? We could, like, Daybreak to clear all this stuff. They can't do much I care about. They could... What they'll probably do is go for the Requiem. We'll wait for that. And then we'll go, like, Daybreak, I think, to make a token. And then res the Mura for the clear on 2 bodies. And if they don't, and they instead go for the Fusion Link, we can just kill that with, like, a Fallen. Yep. We want them to try and go for the removal, which I'm sure they know. Tribute this. Summon a token. I guess we just summon... I guess we just summon all that we can, and then on res, 1, nice, 2. Back in my... I mean, you do that going first, right? I don't know if you do that going second, really. Prayers just has to be it. Spec this card. Kill your family. It's a mommy, and a daddy, and a baby. My issue with that combo is that Rika starter is not a reptile, meaning you can't really go seed efficiently from Mitsu's side. Ah, into the yummy now. Which we also just play well into. Ogre. I do not think we allow Ogre to resolve. I think Mondo is actually going to be the play here. Does that make sense? No, it's still... Oh, well, I guess the Mondo could bring back the Mura, but because we have the prayers, I think we're big chillin'. And we have, yeah, another piece of removal. Yummy just can't get through it. Okay, going second, this gets a lot scarier. I think these come in. I think Talent probably isn't good enough. Droplet probably is. Bell is good. Nib is good. Call by is probably not good enough. I think Thrust is not it. I think we just need power. I really like the mulches. They just limit them. Fallen's really good though, isn't it? Fallen might be better than Duster. It's hard to say. I think we just trust the process. I disagree about being greedy. I think by definition 1 is greedy. Greed is getting the most out of the least. Yummy missed. Gross. What do you mean? Also, no hand traps, so we're probably dead. Tier is such a fun deck. I wish I could play it at locals. No. I like Two Mirror. It's not, I don't know, I don't know that I'd say it's optimal, but I prefer it. How about that? I talk about this in my deck profile too. You should go watch it. It's fun. It's a good video. I meant Mitsu. That's why it's greed. No, it's the opposite of greed. The greediest thing you've ever seen is not double mirror. You could play double Saji, but I think that drawing Saji Haba is a lot easier to play through than mirror pre-prep. It's greed for pre-prep. I just disagree. You can keep saying it, but I don't know if it's good or bad. I think it's good. I also am of the opinion that mirror is just a good card to have. The more Mitsu cards you open, the more you can search other cards, which sounds obvious, but I haven't seen it too often. I wasn't on it for a long time, but I like it right now. Apologies if you heard that I burped. If we draw the one, we have another one to search. Pre-prep who? I ain't losing to draw. Caesar. And now we do full yummy. Gross. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Nib there really doesn't do a whole lot. It just clears the potential Caesar, but I guess that's worth something. Is PK still here? Good question. The top fans thing is so weird. The fact that it caps at 150 XP seemingly without a donation is very strange. It seems really arbitrary how it assigns points to everybody. I would root for the other guy just this one time because I love me a Lacrima for 1200, but they play in Yummy and that's gross. I need to know if the hand look effective rotary is activatable under draw. There's no way we play through this with a hand this redundant, right? We have literally like 4 of the same card in effect. I'm just going to scoop for time. I don't think there's any card that gets us out of there. And I don't really care that much to wait and find out, to be honest. The metagame is donating $2. Yeah, a smallish donation for maximum point value. Search is optional. Good to know. It's look, then you can. That's very interesting. I feel like there are a decent number of new faces here today, so this has been fun. Thank you, everybody. If you're new, we have a Discord. I encourage you to join it. We've been getting a lot of go first. That's very lucky. They have a Fua, it seems. We have the Ash, though, because we're goated with the sauce. I like leading with the Naya. It just makes them reading check. Oh. Okay. I didn't really want to play anyway, actually, is the thing. Can we... Why is this allowed again? Why... Why? Pass. Nice. Cool hand. I just picked up some soundproofing. Seems like a broken card that is terrible to play, but I picked it up just in case. That's a floodgate, right? Are you serious? You have nothing. For this, Alfonso, you must die. It's got to be the Futsu, although it's kind of painful to give up. Someone in my locals pulled the onomatopoeia shifter. I need this card banned now. Okay. Do we even know what they're on? They're just on shifter garbage. I think this has to be probably... this doesn't work under shifter, but the odds of them having it are low, so you can't, you know, rely on it being in their hand. I think something like this seems reasonable when we don't really know. Sandproofing is Heat Wave, but only for synchros. Yeah, that's gross. Average Malice hand. Oh my god. It's a mirror match. Apparently Mitsurugi. This is very funny. This is Leopard's build. Hi, Deha and chat. Hello, Abdel. What are the odds? I mean, Mitsurugi is pretty popular. I've only ever had one Ogdoadic opponent on Omega. Wait, I played these in Blue Eyes forever ago. Chalice Slime is my goat. I don't like the card. Do not diss my goat. How's the deck doing so far? It's doing well. It's always doing well enough. I almost topped a regional recently with it. Only lost out on tiebreakers. I was 5-2. Theirs isn't even foil, boys. Our hand is pretty good. I'm curious to see what they go for here. If they were goated like us, this would be a Naya, but they're just doing some nonsense. Draw 2 cards. Cringe. Chaos Max OTK normal Ibly make Lingeribo. Yeah, I tried to do something like that in Genesis. Mitsu is so cool though. I don't love playing against Mitsurugi. I do like playing it though. I really like playing it. I promise I was a fan before Modern Decks 2026. I just couldn't afford it. That is super fair. Mitsurugi was always budget for Yu-Gi-Oh standards, but what that says is honestly very little. They just have the Purification set. So I guess we just try this. Tribute. Tribute this guy? No, it's gotta be this, just for diversity of card types. I just ordered all the secret rares from the new modern decks. I didn't get the, like, top tier rarity, but it's because I prefer secret rare to any other rarity. So that's what I got. There's the Mura. I will discard a card. Add a Mitsurugi card. Take 8, summon a card. On res. 1, 2. Monster. Spell. I just bought all my ultra rare Fire Kings. I love that deck. That is a cool deck. I agree. Mine had the worst secrets, I swear. It was base Rhoda, Prayers. Prayers is pretty good. Starlight, X-Saber Lady. Go ahead. Murukumo pop my monsters. Smile. I think... this is... of course you have an Impulse as well. What can I say, dude? You're the best. Alright. No more messing around. Fire King is awesome, though I'm trying to move away from it. Gonna be SS Mitsu if I don't get Demon soon for Mitsu as Amina. This is a weird hand, but it's not... If we get Impulse, we just lose. But that's kind of how Impulse works anyway. That might just be alright. Effect. We already have Mirror as well, so Purification here seems really sick. Yeah, it's gotta be. And then we can get access to Prayers. Forgive my voice crack, I'm 12. And then we've got Droll for their turn. Not gonna lie, it's hard to be mad about a hand like this versus a Fua. That is part of why I like Thrust as well. It's a Fua out. In a way, you know, a way to play through. We just have to use this off rip, right? Unless they... Okay. Okay, dude. This is still okay. What is the play here? Probably just get a guy out. Spec a dude. It's gotta be Futsu, right? I have 6 Starlight Ponix. I love my burnt chicken nugget. Problem with Fire King is that I love that deck to bits, but when it malfunctions, I need to have something to heal with. What would I have to do to get you to join voice chat? I don't really play other decks, Renato. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong here, team. I don't really have the time for it because I mostly play Yu-Gi-Oh! On stream. And we've already used the prayers. What did our prayers get? Special. It got them the Aramasa. I guess we just wait, right? We have no reason to really hit that. They already have Habakiri. I think Droll is just too busted, right? Now they have Haba, Mura, and then something else. SP. We're banishing my Erad. That's fair. That does not matter at all. Wow, that is honestly an insane draw. Do I just beat him up? It's that or like Mondo, but I really don't see a reason to do something like that. Go for the kill. What other decks do I like? I don't know what the last thing I even played on stream was. They have Mura, Haba. There's even an argument to keep the Futsu just in defense mode, but... Oh wow, we actually have no reptiles to revive off it. That's really funny. We just, like, Saji gets hit by Called By off the Habakiri, and then a Ritual gets hit off Purification. Learning question. How are Mitsu decks actually supposed to use Dynamondo? Whole lot of text on that card, and I can't out what attitude I should... Dynamondo, in my opinion, is a... We're getting a Prayers back. We're going to tax them a card, because so far that's kind of fine. Dynamondo is a good card. Oh, this is so brutal. They didn't tribute, so their hand is Haba, Mura. So, Haba, Mura, I'm happy to Omni this. We'll get a Prayers here. Special this card. Oh, actually, should have stayed engraved, perhaps. Doesn't actually matter because of the cards going on here. Day 2 of getting my question dodged. We have nothing to revive, which is tragic. Nice. Got there. 10 minutes left. I do want this to be a 2-hour stream, but I'm worried about going into another match and it lasting like 20 minutes because I play so slowly. So maybe we just chill. Is that okay, chat? We just hang out for like 10 minutes together. I would appreciate if chat had more questions like this. It can be removed off of SP and layers your board by giving you another way to reborn Murakumo or Futsu. Yeah, that's the thing is like under Droll, you can go like Ritual from hand, summon out a Ritual and Night Sword. Ritual from deck, bring out the other Ritual. Use the Night Sword and the Ritual doing Mondo, and then Mondo on the opponent's turn can bring back the Futsu, which brings back the Mura. And it can also clear. It can also do removal. The most annoying thing is playing it on Omega where you can't tell which Murukumo is properly summoned because it can also add to hand. So sometimes you'll pick the wrong one and it has to go to hand. Refi's still dodging me. I don't have time to join voice chat. I'm too busy not making videos. I go back and forth on stuff like that. The second Saji. I'm just not on it right now. There's a world where this second mirror becomes a Saji, or we up the deck count. I like 46. I like a little higher than 46. I like that my deck is down to $56 for the main deck because of the reprints. That feels good. You should make a follow-up video to the Fenrir video. I did think about making another April Fool's video. I thought about doing one where I give my friend my deck and I shuffle it and I just ask them to present it like a deck profile, but like somebody who's never played Yu-Gi-Oh! And like that would be the video. Why no prosperity? Is that a real question? Who cares about Genesis score? We need Omega deck price scoring. Oh, deck price scoring would be funny. Honestly. Whenever I play Magic Commander, that's how I think about power level almost, is like decks around $150. That's what I feel like is like a reasonable power level for where I want to be. That better for the pre-prep? Yeah, that's why we're on double mirror, so you don't draw mirror pre-prep and then die because you have no starter. Prosperity drains your extra deck way too much, and we already go down to 8 cards left in extra at the end of our turn 1. We already drain our whole extra deck, and we need like all of them. Even if you only sent 3, it'd be too much. Michael's did $30 deck night, and like 5 players played flute. Yeah, that is horrible. So like, it doesn't fix the game, right? There's still issues with that kind of thing. Because then you just find the most toxic, cheap deck. Like Dynamorphy is super cheap. Not that fun to play against, actually, if you are trying to have like a casual night. Budget Yu-Gi-Oh! Is kind of annoying. I say as someone who's still graduating to Moltres Armies and will never smell Dominance Impulse. I mean, there's kind of 2 schools about it. If you play at locals and you care about winning and you are financially stable, I think, you know, buy the cards if you want them. But if you're not financially stable, you don't play at locals, you really don't need these kinds of cards. They are expensive. If we could have an MTG style format, what would you want to see? I know Domain is like kind of a thing, and the people that made it were really pushing it. I really like Cube. I have a Cube draft list that I'm really happy with. Maybe I should show it on stream. Let me get it pulled up. I think draft is great. I would love to see draft sets built. Like, they don't need to be new cards, but like cards built for draft would be cool. How do I just view my cube? Here we go. I think proper sealed would be cool. Honestly. Let's go. Oh, this is going to be cropped a little weird for a sec. I just got to get it all in focus. Bing bong. Don't mind me. It's the end of the stream. We can be casual like this. We're all friends here. Give everybody motion sickness. Don't mind me. Oh, browser. How I love that you're never quite the right size. And by not the right size, I just mean I've cropped it really strangely. Oh, no, it really is just kind of off. We'll go like this. Yeah, I think Cube Draft is really cool. I think there's a lot of ways to play the game in Cube that aren't being explored. This is good enough. What if we even went like... There. How do I go image view? So the theme of this cube is tribute monsters as a focus. And the point is removal is really hard to come by. And it's only, for the most part, water, earth, fire, wind monsters. And then there's some light and darks to taste, but it's almost all light, dark. I keep saying elemental. Jumpstart, kinda, yeah. So like there's a bunch of power spells in here. Stuff like Dark Hole is two-sided. That was my philosophy. If it's gonna wipe the board, it's gonna clear you, so you can't just kill through it. There's like no negation in here. There's a decent amount of just power draw. And the tribute monsters are your bosses. They're like how you win games. Abaki. So a lot of the monsters in here are about like reviving themselves or being durable or making tokens or tutoring or like card draw engines. It's just a lot of ways to get more bodies on board for your tribute summons. A lot of the back row is like attack modulation, attack interruption. I might make a video on this cube sometime. I have an old video I made that's not very good about a previous cube that I built and never tried. How many monarchs are in here? That's a good question. I think there's one of everybody. They might have been cut all together now that I say it. I think it might just be Caius, because I found that when you have monarchs, they kind of beat out every other one tribute monster. Like Demok is in here just for fun. Excuse me, voice crack again. Yeah, I think Caius might be the only one that stayed after testing. The monarchs were in here at first. And the Dragon Rulers, those both seem like really obvious cards. I think the Dragon Rulers stayed. It's been a while since I built this. But I just found that the monarchs had a really warping effect on the draft. If there was a monarch, it would get picked, and then it would get played over any other, like, wind tribute, for example. Divine Serpent Geh is insane. I put it in there because it's a dark monster, and it's a snake, and I like snakes. And it's kind of like swingy and interesting. I don't really know what it does. No one's used it yet, but I like that it's in there because it could be like a win con, a thing you build your deck around. There's there's 3 blue eyes just for flavor. People do pick this because attack points are also something I kept an eye on. Tribute monsters generally will, tribute monsters will always beat non-tribute monsters for attack points, and a 2 tribute will always beat a 1 tribute for attack points. And that was done on purpose because I wanted the number of tributes to be worth it. So there's like an equal number of water, fire, earths, and winds in here but they're not necessarily archetypal. Like you couldn't necessarily just draft all winds and have a good deck. You'll probably have a mix, but there's a couple guys like Desert Twister is really cool, and then Fire and Ice Dragon is also really cool. I wish there were more versions of these guys. Like an Earth, Water, and like a Wind, Fire would be cool. But I thought it was still fine just to have the 2. They're like special summons, but they're really hard to build your deck around. Scraper. It's a totally different beast. It's got 2100 defense, by the way, which is huge. And being able to come back is really, really nice, but it's way less a big deal than when you have links, obviously. What else is in here? This is a card that might get cut, but I like the idea of it. Drawing 2 is pretty sick. There aren't that many special summons is the thing. But something that's really nice is like, because of the power level of the cards in here, something like Megalo Smasher, just a 2k vanilla, is worth picking up. There are a lot of times when my boy Suship, yeah, it's just in here as the fire beater. Like, there will be times where you build a deck that just doesn't have enough attack points. You should put Tier Limit Kiklos in it, smile. No, because I want this to be fun. Dino Rabbit. I don't remember if Rescue Rabbit's in here. I kind of think it might be. Tyrant Dragon is sick. Yamata Dragon is sick. The God cards are in here, of course. There's these like 2 tribute guys. One of Soul Charge, because it's a flashy card. One of Darkness Metal, because it's cool. What is this again? This is a cube draft I've built. It'd be fun to play this on stream sometime. Maybe I'll set up a little bit of scheduling and get this played. Shieldwing, my hero. Yeah, this was a fun stream. I think that's going to be it for tonight. I really appreciate everybody coming out. Thanks for hanging with me. If you're new, leave a like. Actually, if you're old, leave a like. Subscribe, join the Discord. Leave a donation if you want. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you.